Well, good evening, internets. It's me, DP Knudten, for another edition of Bookward Bound, my 301-day journey from I should really do this to done. And what am I talking about getting done? I'm talking about the self-publishing of a brand new book that I want to upload as press-ready PDF files on January 1st of 2021. And I started this journey on Friday, March 6th. Right at the beginning of COVID, right just before COVID lockdown started. I decided to write a book because I was jealous about a friend of mine finishing a book. So that lit a fire under my butt. And so I've been coming down here every night, every day since, working on the book in one way or another in order to get it done. It's very much like the elephant that you want to eat. There's only one way to do it, and that's one bite at a time. So here we are, 283 bites later, and the book is more or less done, but could use a little bit of polished sanding, if you will, a little bit of finished carpentry just to take it up a notch. So that's what I'm coming down here and doing. I'm actually getting a hard copy proof of the book from Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing space, and it'll be here in a couple days. But in the meantime, all I'm doing is I'm going into Microsoft Word, where I'm doing the final formatting and polishing of the book, just going through and looking for anything that I can fix up, reading through some stuff, going through some of the transcripts that have been involved in the book that are included in the book to make it a little easier to read, etc., etc., etc. So I'm going to take you on over to Microsoft Word, which will show up right here. And you can see the book in all its glory as 2-up pages. And this is not exactly a left read and a right read. This is actually a left read, and that's a right read because, of course, Word is a pain in the butt, and they can't do things the right way. So instead, you have to do it this way. But that's okay. I'm able to get through the book and look for weirdness. One of the things I'm definitely checking out is anything that the grammar police inside Microsoft Word say might be a problem. So I'm double checking that. And in this case, well known, doesn't need a hyphen because it's not describing anything directly following it. So it's fine there. But anyway, I'm moving through, fixing stuff up and doing things like checking out the location of the caption below the photo. I think I might size this down just a little bit. Let's call it 90% lock aspect ratio. And that'll just take it down a little bit. I straighten that out. And that fits the page a little bit better. And then this thing, text box, and I'm just doing a rough eyeball lining it up, you know. Yeah, going into this, recommend his book. Gary Vaynerchuk looking like a hostage in one of his videos. Imposter syndrome. Actually, I could probably break this up. I don't think I can break that up. I'll leave that the way it is. This is a new section, so terminal mark at the end of that section. New kind of section here. Paging through, looking. Okay, so this page looks a little high. Except I don't want to do that. Don't want it to indent because it's not necessarily a new paragraph. But that'll be good. This is a quote, so I'm going to give it italics. Your So you're missing a huge opportunity to not only raise your personal brand profile, but also raise the perceived value of your company's brand at the same time. Let's say boost. Perceived value. Yeah, because raised. This is a longer paragraph, but I'll leave it because I don't think I can break it up. Otherwise, I would have. Moving down, same thing here. We got a... Well, I want to get this onto this page. So one poor man's way of doing that is just take a couple of points of type height out of each line, but that's dividing stuff up. And yeah, it's already brought that over here. We can put another like that. I wonder if I... Let's see if that works. Give a player a basketball, and the first thing they want to do is dunk it. It's a spectacular move that garners instant attention. But how can you expect to build a sustainable career without mastering the basic ball handling skills of the game? Question mark. Bingo. This is what I'm talking about. That needs a question mark. I remember having my friend George B. Thomas on the NONFICTION Brand podcast a while back and asking him about his popular video series about HubSpot, the inbound marketing platform. Out of the blue, I asked him, how many blah, 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 blah. Okay, so this page break has to kick up there, which is fine. This seems a little high. Kick it down. 1. Fear is flammable. I could actually... There you go. Get that page break on the previous page. Two might be too many. 1. Yeah. That'll work. This is a pretty packed page. I wonder if I can get this line on. I think I probably can. Yeah, I can. Yay. You up a bear map. I'm gonna do this. I got a fascinating conversation with him about his stuff. Yada yada yada. You know. This page looks high. It's down there. The combo of shame and vulnerabilities are niche, and boy, and she, and she's been able to capitalize expertly. And she's been able to capitalize on it, but only because it comes from an absolutely authentic. One last thing, she's a self-confessed introvert. If she can do it, so can you. Write what you know. Share. Dun dun dun. Matt Burnett, not Mark. Congratulations, I need that. I gotta tighten that up just a little bit to try to get congratulations on the same line as the one above. Advanced spacing. I'm going to condense it by like a quarter of a point, 0.0025, and see if that does it. Ooh, that does it quite a bit. So let's do it by a lot less than that. It'd be really nice if Word made it easier to do this, but Word doesn't. Not raised or lowered, but spacing condensed by 0.01. That didn't do anything, did it? .02. I guess it doesn't allow you to do that. .025 is what I did before. Yeah, there you go. Oh, good old superscript. Actually, that might be something that the ribbon has. Yeah. Superscript right there. In essence, another way to look at it. Dun, 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 dun. The absolutely killer thing is that her first TED Talk wasn't even an official TED Talk at all. It was the kids' table of TED, a TEDx Houston presentation on June of 2020. She didn't get on the main stage until yeah. Cool talent. Dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna change this once. Once a symbol. On our back. Try. Now. let's just leave it. Still remember. You love. Yeah. Okay, so that's a page break because that section is ending. So I will want to put in, a section break. So this terminal mark here, I need to add to this page to indicate that, okay, this section is done. And I need to size and position it correctly. And the way to do that is to hit this with a 3 and an 8.3. And it pops it right down at the base of the page, right in the footer in line with the page numbers. Nonfiction brand. Yeah, so that'll be a left read, open, that'll be a right read. Cool. Plumber. I don't need this one because it leads right into this section. Okay, I gotta make sure that this is set up correctly. Text wrapping, top and bottom, position, allow overlap, move object. Oh, do not move object with text. Lock anchor, okay. Is that jumping like that? Oh, I think I know why. Because of this bad boy. What the dang deal? Layout options, text wrapping, top and bottom, distance from top and bottom. Okay. I'm just a plumber. So I could push things down a little bit more. Some of these paragraphs are a little long. Like, how many words is this one? Down there, the running tally, courtesy, well, 133 words isn't terrible. Normally, that's a long sentence, but that'll do. My point is this. My point is this guy, if were he 100% true to who he actually was, my point is this guy, were he 100% true to who actually was, would be all about improvisation, creativity, deep listening, outrage. That would certainly be true of his, but I'm guessing it was equally true of his days in the law firm. So, you had a, yeah. Visual storytelling. Okay, it looks like that needs to be a paragraph, which means I might just kick this down a whole page. And find a place in here. What happened to the entire well-paid class? An entire to the how you do it. See, I want to keep that from going over to a next page. I might just do a little undoing. I can do this. Poor man's letting. I'm just taking down the font size for my spaces down by a couple of points because that helps absorb a sentence or two. I could tighten up this whole paragraph by just a little bit. Spacing condensed by, what was it, 0 to 5.025. And yeah, that sucks everything up fine. I might be able to. Nope. Leave it like that. All right, so I'm going to make note of where I finish off tonight because I'm going to be doing this again tomorrow, same exact thing. And I don't want to have to go through every page I've already been through. I think I want to go. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Or maybe not. Formula. Product. I'm going to leave it right here. 91. Because I need to read this section closely. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to knock off here at page 91 of 250. Yeah, I was hoping the book would be 250 pages, and right now it is exactly at 250 pages. So, yay for me. Anyway, this is what I'm going to be doing. Do a final pass with sandpaper on this thing, finer and finer grits of sandpaper to try to make this as smooth and legible, readable as possible. And that may necessitate some rewriting. It might necessitate some get rid of the whole section editing. I don't know. We'll see. But things are well in hand, and I'm really excited. I sent out the book for blurbing yesterday to a bunch of people to see if they would write a blurb for the book, as well as the people in the book. I'm giving them the opportunity to read through the book and correct anything that may be wrong. I got one correction back today that was really stupid, or not stupid, but really simple to fix. Thank God I asked the guy to take a look at it. He only had one comment, and it was, yeah, I didn't go to that university. I went to this university. And, oh, similar name, but not quite identical. You know what I mean? Good to know. So I'm going to continue to make those revisions and keep polishing the book, because guess what? This whole thing is going to be up for grabs on Amazon sometime in January. Yeah, and it's actually getting done. I'm kind of stunned myself, but because I came up with a plan in March and then stuck to it even when I didn't want to, I got a book. I have a new book coming out, and we'll have it to promote myself, boost my personal brand, help raise my awareness all over social media, and also even sell, for crying out loud, when I do presentations and talks, all this stuff. And just merely the act of writing a book is a level up that most people on this face of this earth never get a chance to do. I took a huge chance, came up with a plan, came up with a strategy, and executed that strategy. Now, whether the book is good or not, that's up to you, the reader, and that's the beauty of writing a book. You can think it's good all you want. If the reader doesn't like it, guess what? They're the critic that matters. So I hope you like it, and I hope you'll check it out when it comes out. And again, that book is called Nonfiction Brand, Discover, Craft, and Communicate the Completely True, Completely You brand you already are, because that's what the book is about. It's about creating a brand that is absolutely aligned with who you are, what you do, and how you do it. I love to say that nonfiction branding is about knowing who you are so you can be it. And that's a pretty tough thing. In fact, I think just about any self-help book in the world can be distilled down to that little combo phrase of know who you are so you can be it. Well, I make that argument in this book more than a few times, so I'm not going to bore you with it anymore for now, because I'm getting a little tired, and I think it's time for me to get some shut-eye. I'm DP Knudten for the Nonfiction Brand podcast, which comes out every single Monday. In fact, today, a brand new episode dropped. I think it's episode 120, featuring my friend George B. Thomas, who's a excellent speaker, thought leader, authentic guy, personal brand, who's really taught me a lot. And I think if you like hearing from really smart people, check out Nonfiction Brand, the podcast. Just search Nonfiction Brand. Look for this image, which is the picture of me and the words Nonfiction Brand. That little square there is the cover art or the album art for the podcast. If you see that, you'll know you've got the right podcast. I hope you'll check it out and like it, subscribe to it, refer it to others, but most of all, could you do me a solid and actually review the podcast wherever you get that podcast? Because that really helps other people find it. Thanks so much for helping me out and being part of my peer pressure posse, making me come down here and work on this book. Believe me, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be here. But because I made a big pronouncement to you and you're keeping me honest, I have to be here. So thank you very, very much. That's it for me tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. But until then, theme music, take us on out. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.